happiness through curiosity on TRS Clips. Let me be a bit of a representative of the fans here.
Yeah.
I've been a lifelong cricket fan, and then I've been a YouTuber in my adult life. So I know what online trolling and hate feels like, and online criticism. I know kind of what it feels like. It's not the degree that you guys get, okay? But what it tends to do is that it tends to make itself the highlight within your mind when it's about you. So if 9 people are saying positive things about you, and one person says some shit, your head will focus on that one comment. Be it the tournaments, be it series, be it a random exhibition match. There is 90% of cricket fans in India who back our boys very aggressively. So you guys are aware of that, right? Like that whether even if you lose every single game, which you all don't, because that's the quality of the team.
Yeah.
But we will back you all like crazy. And I know it's silly for me to say this. Weirdly, I met a few cricketers yesterday, and someone told me that they kind of cut off a little bit from the outside world because that's the nature of your world. You are aware that we love you guys, right? Like there's like a waterfall of love onto you guys. Like there's that 15% bro culture in that dressing room extends on the outside to like all the love, all the bro culture on the outside. Like when we see y'all, something happens to our hearts because as business people, as corporate employees, as whatever we are, you guys give us joy just from your performances, just from like the work you all put in.
Yeah.
So are you aware of this?
Yeah, we are. I mean, we get showered so much love when we do well, and we get so much support when we don't do well as well. But trolling and the hate and the negativity is just there. I mean, you realize as soon as you walk into the dressing room. I know that one of my really good friends, Ishant Sharma, the first thing he told me when I debuted in Australia was, for the next couple of weeks, stay away from social media. No matter what happens, whether you do well or whether you don't do well, don't go searching for the good, or when you know there's bad, don't go again. Like don't avoid it then. Like try and remain as neutral as you can and balanced as you can, and don't go looking.
Does the love feel like pressure?
Not really. No,
Okay.
Not to me. I mean, I feel like, when there's so much love and when there's so much support from so many people, it gives you more power. It gives you more strength. And
I want to say one thing to you, which I've been holding back till this point in the show, because we've made it about cricket, but I also want to talk a little bit about you. There's a lot of respect that people have for you as an athlete, dude. I spoke about nerd fans respecting you. Generally, also, you've earned your self-respect, dude. It's not easy to do what you're doing in life. It's not easy to be a 3-format player. And it's definitely not easy to be KL Rahul and you're doing all these things. So I'm telling you, the entire team here, they're holding back. They're not being starstruck, but there's love being like showered on you. There's respect towards you. And this is just my team. But they also represent the vast majority of Indian cricket fans, specifically for you.
Thank you. I mean,
just be aware of that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I had to get that off my chest.
I'm very grateful. I'm very, when people, like, I know the last few months haven't been great for me on the field, and the kind of support and the messages that I've gotten have been, like tells you that you've done something right in your life, not just as a cricketer, but as a person. I think I have done something right, and that's something that will be like really close to my heart. When that's when you know that you've had a good impact on people in whatever way. When you're really struggling, when your back is against the wall, and there is so much hate and negativity that you're getting even during those times. And it's so easy in the modern day to just, like when you see negative comments, when you see that someone is down, a few people pick on it, and all of them just want to jump on that train and like just make that person like really like worse than he's already feeling, right? That's there.
I have to interject you a little bit. I'm sorry I'm interrupting you. We had Akash Chopra on the show where he spoke about you specifically. he said that if you actually see KL's stats, everything's fine.
Correct.
He's doing well,
Yeah.
but it's become a trend to criticize KL.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of support under that video. There are lots of reels kind of made from that podcast.
Right.
Well, a lot of fans are saying the same thing, that dude, it's just weird internet culture that KL is being targeted. Now go on.
That's something that sometimes affects me and affects a lot of the other boys as well. That when we as athletes truly need that support from anyone who feels like they can they have the power to comment or say anything they want, it's just that, just see what that person is going through, right? Like, if none of us want to perform badly, right? This is our life. Like, this is all we do. Like I said, I don't know anything else apart from cricket. That's the only thing I do. So why would anyone assume or think that I'm not serious about my game or I'm not working hard enough? And unfortunately, in sport, like, there is no connection. Like I said, you can work hard. Like, I worked so hard, but the results didn't go my way. But there are times where, like, I've not worked as hard as I probably did previously, but I've still gotten great results. So sport is just like, there is no formula. You just play the sport. Like, things happen for you. There are people who stand up and support the players, which is good. But something I personally try to do is stay away from both.
Yeah.
And that is, I mean, you have to, I feel. I mean, I do feel like sometimes you do want to listen to people saying good things about you, but you also realize that, okay, if you get sucked into that, then be ready to face the other side. There is another side to it. So just be choosy. You choose what you want to view. If you're a person that doesn't get affected by all of this, sure, you can do it. But if you're a person, like, for a long time, it didn't affect me. I was like, okay, they can say whatever they want, but I don't care. I will prove all of these guys wrong. Like, that was the attitude for a long time. But later on, you realize, okay, it does affect you somewhere. You're just trying to hide it. You're just trying to tell yourself you're stronger than them, and you'll try and fight everything. But after a point, you don't have that fight. So then you stay away from it. Now I try and stay away from reading about myself or seeing what has been written, and that's a lot more peaceful and easier on me mentally, because then it gives me a lot more time to focus on the right things.
The only thing I'll say is, the actionable for the fans here is that if you see unfair criticism, go out and defend your guys. That's one angle. And the second angle here is, dude, because you don't look at social media, what I will say is that, trust me, you have backers. I say this to everyone I've watched for a long time. Thank you for everything you've done for the country.
Thank you.
This is just as a fan. Whatever the internet says, I say it again, the nerds, the true cricket fans, know exactly what all the boys do for the Indian cricket team. Dude, and you specifically, you've earned respect. I think it's much more difficult to earn respect than to earn success in this world. It's because of how you carry yourself on the ground. What I do want to say is, again, I wish there was some way to convey the love and respect to you without showing you the actual internet, because I know it's a part of your process not to look at social media. But just know we're like backing you a lot, bro. And as a podcaster, again, the one thing I've got to know about you is that, sorry, I'm going to cuss, you're a fucking humble guy, dude. Like, you're a great human being. Like, your heart is very, very pure. Over 2 hours of conversation, you really get to know the core of a person. You get to know the energy, as is the case with the listeners. Like, everyone's got to know your human side here. You're one of the purest dudes that I've spoken to, considering where you are in terms of material success and worldly success in the world. And it says a lot about your upbringing. I'm 200% sure, little philosophically, that God's looking out for you. And what we spoke about luck and moments, just trust God's plan.
I do. I've never doubted it, and I don't think it would have been possible without, like, someone on top really looking out for me or having my back. I mean, imagine a small town boy from Mangalore. Like, I'm sure you grew up in Bombay, right? You have a sporting hero growing up.
Yeah.
Sachin Tendulkar, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I had nobody. There was nobody to look up to from in the small town that I came from. There was no sporting heroes. So to come from there and end up like in the Indian team and playing for so long, like a lot of times I sit and like pinch myself and wonder how that has happened. And yeah, it has to be someone on top who who,
You've already built a legacy, dude.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of young cricketers, male, female, anyone who's ever taken up the sport professionally that already looks up to you. There's fans that look up to you. And I am dead sure in the coming years, as you come on more podcasts, there's going to be a lot of human beings that love you once they get to know who you are as a guy, man.
Yeah.
So I wish you like even more success, bro.
Thank you.
Like
Thank you.
all those trophies and those moments that you're visualizing, I hope God makes it all come true for you. A dude like you deserves like even more than what you've already got.
Thank you.
So if you enjoy this video, subscribe to TRS Clips for more.